Okay, so let's get right into it. Have you ever wondered if you could just go viral? Like start a YouTube channel from zero and blow it up in just a month? Well, that's exactly what one creator, Nyan Anarchy, tried to do. And his weapon of choice? Those super weird, oddly satisfying 3D animated shorts that kind of break your brain?
So here's the big question he was trying to answer. Can this so-called brain rot content actually build a YouTube empire in just 30 days? We're not just talking about a few views here and there. He was aiming for that explosive, viral growth everyone chases. The whole shebang. Views, subscribers, and, fingers crossed, monetization. All in 1 month.
Now, what exactly is this stuff? It's called Blender Brainrot Shorts, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's those simple, looping 3D animations, maybe a piece of cloth falling perfectly, or some object just spinning over and over. They're kind of hypnotic, right? You just keep watching, and you don't even know why. Yeah, that's the brain rot effect.
All right, so let's break down the strategy. The first week was absolutely crucial. It was all about figuring out how to crack the YouTube algorithm's code. I mean, how do you possibly go from zero to viral in just 7 days?
Well, he had a pretty smart plan. First, he did his homework. He looked at what the big, successful channels were doing. And from that research, he came up with 2 key tactics, what he called the recognition hack and a clever hook he called double motion.
Okay, so this recognition theory is actually pretty brilliant. He found that a kind of simple animation of a Minecraft bed did way better than a much cooler animation of just a regular bed. Why? Because you instantly recognize it. It's that familiarity that grabs your attention and makes you stop scrolling. It's an instant connection.
And you know what? It worked. Big time. On day 1, he had a whopping 3 subscribers. But by day 2, bam! After posting a second video, the first 2 just exploded. One of them shot past 10,000 views, and the channel jumped all the way to 39 subscribers. That's a massive leap in just 24 hours. His other secret weapon was this double motion idea. Basically, you'd have one thing happen, like an object falling, and then a second thing would happen, creating another movement. It's a simple trick, but it was so effective that he said he actually brain-rotted himself watching his own videos. That's when you know you've got something hypnotic.
So let's look at the report card for week 1. The numbers were pretty staggering for a brand new channel. We're talking 311 subscribers, almost 100,000 total views, and 700 hours of watch time. I mean, it can take people months to get anywhere near that. This was an absolutely phenomenal start.
But of course, it couldn't be that easy, right? Just when things were really picking up steam, he hit a wall. A really weird, super frustrating wall. He ended up calling it the 15,000 view curse.
And man, he tried everything to break through it. He made some engagement bait videos, those flopped. He tried making longer compilations of his shorts, and while they did a little better, they still hit that same invisible ceiling. It didn't matter what he tried, the result was always the same.
And that number, 15,000, that became his arch nemesis. It was like clockwork. Almost every single video would shoot up to around 15,000 views and then nothing. It would just completely flatline. A totally consistent, unbreakable pattern. You can just feel the pain. He made another Minecraft animation, saw it taking off, getting tons of views, and then, boom, it died at the exact same 15,000 mark. His reaction? A simple 2-word summary of his feelings. Kill me. Yeah, the curse was definitely real. So after 3 weeks of grinding and hitting that wall, he decided to change tactics. For the final week, he just stopped posting and let the channel marinate, hoping maybe the algorithm would pick something up and run with it. So after the full 30 days, what did the final numbers look like?
Well, the final subscriber count came in at 897. And what's kind of funny in a frustrating way is that it actually peaked at 900 and then lost a few subs in that last week. So close to that big 1,000 subscriber milestone, but no cigar.
Total views, on the other hand, did keep climbing. They went from around 290,000 to over 324,000 during that quiet week. So, yeah, the algorithm was still giving the videos some love, but it definitely wasn't the massive viral explosion he was looking for. And this is where the reality of monetization really hits home. To get paid for shorts, you need 10 million views in 90 days. He had 324,000. To put that in perspective, he was only about 3% of the way there. That gap is just massive. So, what did we learn from all this? What were the big takeaways from this whole 30-day challenge? Well, the creator came away with 2 really interesting theories for why things went down the way they did.
His first theory? That 15,000 view wall wasn't some random glitch in the YouTube algorithm. No, he thinks it was a quality cap. Basically, his videos just weren't good enough to break into the next tier and compete with the heavy hitters.
And when you look at it side by side, it makes a lot of sense. His videos took about an hour to make, and he pretty much used the same sound effect for everything. The top creators in this space, they're putting in way more effort, with super smooth animation and great sound design. The quality difference is pretty clear.
Now, the second theory is a real kicker. It's what he calls the monetization trap. Because even if he had somehow hit that magic 10 million views, he probably wouldn't have been monetized anyway. Turns out, YouTube has really strict rules against what they call repetitive content. And yeah, this stuff pretty much fits that description perfectly.
So that brings us to the final verdict. Is this whole Blender Brainrot thing a good strategy? Well, it depends on your goal. If you want to grow a channel fast and get really good at using Blender, then absolutely, it's a great way to do it. But if you think this is some kind of shortcut to getting rich on YouTube, yeah, this ain't it.
And this all leaves us with a really interesting final thought from the creator himself. He points out that the algorithm doesn't care if you loved a video or felt anything at all. It just knows that you watched. This kind of content is designed to get what he calls emotionless attention. And that's the real question, isn't it? In this crazy race for views and subscribers, is that a price worth paying?